So I welcome you to satsang. And I encourage you to continue to stay open, staying rooted in the heart. And I'm going to invite us to play with some inquiry here, so you can keep your eyes closed. But I'm going to invite us to bring forth, to welcome our humanity online. And just begin to acknowledge that our human self often struggles to love in a full and unconditional manner. I think most of us here, could say, yes, yes, I struggle to love unconditionally. Now, when we're meditating and we just open to the purity of love, well, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. We stay with this beauty and radiance. But I'm going to invite us to look honestly at our human life, our human experience. And I want to ask you, when is it hard for you to love? When is it hard for you to love? Under what circumstances? Is it difficult to love? With which people in your life is it difficult to love? And of course, I'm going to invite us to ask for heavenly support. Oh, Divine Mother. Oh, Light of Christ. Oh, great compassion of the Buddhas. Give me the strength to love more deeply and fully those who I struggle to love. And so let us look even deeper still. And so I will ask you again, when is it hard for you to love? Under what circumstances? Is it difficult to love and to be compassionate, to be kind? Who in your life, who in this world is it difficult to love? And so we're giving ourselves permission to see, to honestly look, to humbly acknowledge. And of course, we're not perfect instruments of grace and light of love. And because of this imperfection, we ask for God's grace. We ask for strength to love those who are difficult. We ask for strength to be compassionate when we normally shut down. We ask for an abundance of love to flow into us when we find love lacking within us. And so, again, we'll continue to investigate. this question of how could you love more fully? How could you love more fully? And so when we're on this path and we investigate spiritual awakening, often spiritual awakening is thought of in terms of freedom. There's often a correlation between the places where we're not free, the places which we don't love. We can't love. We struggle to love. And so I ask you, can you love more fully? And I'll call upon the grace of God to support us in this, to support us. God, will you come into us and flood us with love, with light, with happiness and joy, filling our hearts with an immensity of compassion and radiance, so we may be instruments of thy grace. Give us the strength to love freely, completely, under all conditions, under all circumstances. And so again, I invite us just to look even more deeply. And I ask you to open the doors of forgiveness, which are really the doors of letting go. And I ask you, can you love your neighbor? Can you love those who have hurt you? And sometimes in order to love, we must first work with forgiveness. And other times we look with wisdom and compassion and we see, oh, this person who hurt me, they're just really confused. They are hurting. They are struggling. They are stressed. They are irritable because they are suffering. Can you love those who anger you? And again, we may have to call upon, give ourselves the gift of forgiveness. Can you love those who you have previously judged? And you'll notice if you stay in the depth of your heart, in the depth of radiance, it's much easier to love when you stay rooted in the heart. If you go up into your thinking mind and your egoic nature and take an inventory of how much, so and so hurt you, you might find it very difficult to forgive and to let go. The ego's not so good at love. When we stay in the heart, we see the faces of those who have judged us, those we have judged. When we are in the depth of our soul, it's much easier to see them in the depth of theirs. Breathing, feeling, softening. And again, anywhere there's been struggle, let's reach deep within, reconnecting to this great compassion, this sweetness, this radiance, this innocence that we are. Inviting love to triumph over darkness, love to triumph over confusion, love to triumph over judgment, love to triumph over anger, love to triumph over fear, love to triumph over hatred. And by all means, we call forth heavenly support. We call forth our angels, the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Mother, divine beings, to support us on this path of love, a path of healing, a path of great freedom and compassion. And so when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And I would like each of you to write a little something in the chat. Please write, about who or what was difficult to love. Who was difficult to love. You could write about, your experience of working with forgiveness in this inquiry and letting go.